Hello again from beautiful Cadiz. Another day, another castle. Yesterday we visited that one, Castillo de San Sebastian, and today we are gonna visit this one, Castillo de Santa Catalina, St. Catherine's Castle, down under. There's a restaurant or two. There's boats there, as you can see, but I'm curious to see the castle, so let's go and explore that today. I'm just loving the palm trees. When you live somewhere else in a different sort of climate and you do not have them, then when you see them you are really happy. Okay, you can see one side of it better from here. They're kind of like sister or sibling castles, forts that used to defend this side of the island, which was kind of the entrance in, because the whole of Cadiz is like a peninsula surrounded by water. Oh, it's beautiful. And that's the beach, La Caleta. Again, I showed it to you yesterday, but from the other side. It's a nice sandy beach, and it's the only beach in the historic part of the city. There's loads more other beaches, blue flagged ones, all over the town. Hello. He was just looking at me. Okay. Go and show them the castle. Alright, I'm going. I just noticed something. The table and chairs they have here. Look, that's a chess table. Then there is others. So people can come out and have games here. How cool is that? I think it's a brilliant idea. Okay, one more stop before I go to the gate. Just because the view is amazing from here. Getting closer. There used to be a moat filled with water here. Now there's only some stinky bits left there. Okay, here we are. The main entrance. And the typical Spanish architecture. I'll tell you a little bit about it when we get through. Okay, I think there's gonna be a show for children here or something. That's the chapel, which was built later, I think about 90 years later than the fortress. So let me just briefly tell you something about it. They laid the first bricks in 1598, if I remember correctly, and it took them about 23 years to finish it. Not the chapel, but the whole construction. And then the chapel was built, I think, in the 80s or 90s of the 600s. Now, I'm not sure which way you're supposed to go. So, let's go that way. Okay, this has came to an abrupt end because of the performance. It is closed for proper visiting, so that's that. I will come back tomorrow though, because then you're allowed to do the visiting part. So that's it. I'll pick it up tomorrow.
Una niña llamada Frida Kahlo, la pintora. Una niña con el pelo muy negro, unas cejas muy espesas y unos ojos. Frida de pequeña se subía a los árboles, llevaba pantalones cortos y el pelo también muy corto.
Now, yesterday I got stopped there because there was a show going on here on the little green. If you remember, there were children and their parents, and there was something about to begin. I actually ended up staying for the show. You were allowed to, as a wanderer. That's the chapel. I actually don't remember if I showed it to you yesterday. I'm gonna include a couple of snippets from the show because it was actually a really good one. It was a one-woman show, but what they were focusing on, the theme was anti-princesas, and they picked, in this instance, Frida Kahlo, the famous painter from Mexico. And it was brilliantly done because we live in a world where all this princess mania is ruling and ruining our girls. And if only it would be just the good sort of princess stuff that they pick up, but we have so many really undignified princesses on TV and everywhere, and I don't want to name names. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. So this one was really good, telling the story of Frida and how she, even as a little girl, chose to do other things that, you know, were interesting to her, and how she grew into the person she became and all that. It was brilliant. So I do like this theme, and I really hope that other people would be inspired to do something similar. Here at the chapel is just an empty room, small one. I'm sure that there's other things inside it, but we can't see it. Never mind, let's go and explore. Okay, it's part of the fourth wall. Whoops. Stones are really funky. I'm not sure if they've been eaten away by time, wind, water and all that, or that's how they were originally. Okay. Oh, this is cool. You're gonna have an amazing view onto the other one. Okay, so there's a building there. It says the El Taller de los Artistas, so the artists building. And then let's have a look onto here. Look onto the bay and part of the city. The white buildings there in the middle are university buildings. Next to them you can see some amazing trees. They are rubber plants, or rubber fig trees. I made a video about them. They are absolutely amazing. Then there it's I forgot the name, but it used to be a very famous hotel that was built in the 1920s, and the gentry used to come here and spend its money. I don't think it's open now. I passed by it on the other side and it looked shut down. And then further along, that's the La Caleta beach, and then you can see the causeway going out, and I'll show you where it ends in a minute. Let's just zoom out of here. My turn to get to that wall, and I'll just show you all the bits until then. And whilst I'm waiting, look what I found. A little beauty hiding there. Okay, I was waiting to get in there. That is one of the little towers. Tom tom tom. This is cool. That surrounds a part of the island. Let's look at the other one. Oops, I'm trying to put my hand out. There's 126 of them, and they look really cool from if you are looking at them from a boat. So, oopsie, sorry. The causeway keeps on going and it ends there. That's the Castillo de Santa Catalina. I have made a video about that, and you can also see the lighthouse. That's the more modern thing there. And they are kind of like the sister castles and fortresses that defended this bay hundreds of years ago. Well, up to 100 years ago, I think, maybe. Anyway, the view is amazing. And I got out of there and I have more maneuvering space here. Look at the beautiful water. I can see a massive ship loaded with containers in the distance. There is a lot of history that happened here. And also, I think something I forgot to tell you about this specific castle is that it has a very funny shape. Well, not funny actually, it's a beautiful and interesting one. It's a pentagon shape. So I think you get to see 3 points from the seaside. And yeah, it's something unique. There we can see the chapel now from the back, and I'm not sure what's there. Sala Alta de San Nicolas. Okay, let's see it. Okay, it's a large room, and I expect that they hold all sorts of art events here, because this place, other than being a fortress and castle, later was turned into a prison that served well, I think, into the end of the 20th century. And then after a while they converted it into an art center, and that's why, like yesterday, there was that little show here, and they do loads and loads of things, which is great, and everything is free, which is absolutely amazing, because as much as I know that, you know, many places survive from tourism, Cadiz is supplementing itself from tourism, and it's just nice when you can get to some place and you don't need to pay for everything, and I really appreciate it. I'm always happy to, you know, give what I can where there's a possibility, but sometimes I feel really exploited by this whole let's skin the tourist business. Okay, I don't want to ramble on about that. I'm gonna go to the other side. Another one of the towers, and the goal just landed on it. Hello. Oh, and there's loads of ships coming and going. Look at that. That one, right in the middle. I actually can't see anything on my camera because of the sun, but I'm hoping that I'm pointing at it. That looks to me like a military ship. And that's the cargo ship we saw before. And the lighthouse and the other fort. And another tower. How beautiful is that? Okay, and we went around it. There's a car park there, as you can see. And beautiful sea and sky. I just remembered something interesting about this Santa Catalina castle, and of course there's some more flowers. No, there's 3 of them and loads of buds. Oh yeah, I distracted myself. So what was I saying? Yeah, the other interesting fact about this castle is that it was featured in one of the James Bond movies. I'm sure you're not very surprised because they always choose some pretty cool locations. It was in the Die Another Day film with Pierce Brosnan and Halle Berry. I've seen it a long time ago, but to be honest I don't remember it. So I'm gonna look up the scenes that were filmed here because I'm curious. Okay, let's look back onto it, and I think that's that. I will end the video here. I hope you enjoyed this wandering through another castle in Cadiz, and do check out the rest of the videos I filmed in this beautiful city. I highly recommend visiting it. If you make it to Andalusia anywhere, then include Cadiz on your itinerary because you will like it. Right? Bye everyone! Have a lovely day!